It's that very faith that has produced such great progress in your mission. What we now know is that the timing is right to realize a dream that you had several years ago. Many people, including myself, look at the way our community, our country, and our world struggles every day with addiction as something that can't be changed. I would find myself actively ignoring addictions that affect people that I see on the street because I don't know how I could possibly be a part of a solution. How can one person help, and how can one person make a difference? There's so many questions that I don't have answers to. Lucky for us, and life-changing for the men in this program, both past and present, Lifeline-connect gets it. They can see change beyond the men standing here today, some of these guys right over here, and also the men that have passed through the program previously. They see that man as a husband, a father, a son, a brother, a friend, a co-worker. And Lifeline-connect can see that by helping one individual overcome addiction, they affect change in community, which leads to change in the world. By us helping to build this new 24-man dorm, we're filling a toolbox full for this group of leaders to push their mission forward. Today, Lifeline-connect can house 6 men. Soon, 24 men will have a safe place to rebuild their mind, their body, and their spirit, each of them sharing their stories and inspiring countless others. I'm proud that Wells & Wells Construction, along with our peers, many other contractors and material suppliers here in Central Illinois, can serve our community and these men in this way. As Brenda wants to say right now, I know it, it's truly a God thing. And we're excited to be here. And thank you for sharing it with us.
People have the opportunity to go through the program to make a difference in their lives, and then each individual connects with, an infinite number of people throughout our community. It changes the lives of their families, it changes the lives of the people they work with, and to have people in our community that care enough about those in need that they could raise the money to build this facility and to fund the facility going forward says a lot about the type of community we are.
I think we all could agree that there's an epidemic in our nation of drugs, and we need a safe place for people to go. They need healing. These are good people that are born on this earth with a purpose, and then somewhere along the way they kind of lose track. Something happens to them and they get sidetracked. It doesn't mean that they're going to end up being bad people the rest of their life, and we've been a recipient of that as well. When these men come in the program, they've hit rock bottom. They stole from their families, they stole from their relatives, they stole from anybody they can get a hold of to get money for that next high. And they don't really want to be that way, but the drugs are ruling them through that. And then they step into a place like Lifeline, where people believe in them, they build them up, and they give them the tools. When they come here, you can look at them as being a drain on society, but when they leave, they're productive, they're back to paying taxes, their families are back together. It affects so many things beyond just the individual that goes through this program. It's almost mind-boggling when you stop and think about the layers and the ripple effect out, and the people that are touched and affected at the beginning, and then how they're affected at the end. We've seen families come back together, kids being reunited with their dad, and being productive citizens, and again, paying taxes and not being a burden. So I think we can all agree how we need this. And really, the glory goes to God, and I thank each of you for being a part of this. We look forward for many years to come what this is going to be. Thank you.
Well, this is a wonderful day. A group of people saw the great need for a facility like this. They had the vision for what needed to happen. They sought the resources, and what's wonderful about it is that the community then rallied around. So this wouldn't have happened as we saw today without tremendous support and contributions from so many different people in the community. So it's a way for people to change their lives, and as we heard, rebuild families, rebuild themselves, and rebuild the community. So we're all stronger because of this and because of the vision that we've seen here today.
We're going to have a building pad out here that now becomes a foundation for a program to continue to grow and expand from a 6-man dorm to a 24-man dorm. All right. Give everyone an applause on that. That's huge.
It's always good when we're doing something that helps improve the community, and we do have some serious problems with addiction in this area, and so anything we can do to help support the efforts to combat that problem, I think it's a good thing.
We have a goal with Lifeline to build this debt-free, and the reason for that is we charge $500 for a guy to be in this program, whether that's a year or 18 months. But it costs us $1,850 a month to have him here. So we can't build this dorm with debt, if that makes sense. It has to be debt-free. And that goal was set at $630,000 to do that. In the last year, so much has happened. You've already heard about the businesses, and I'm going to give you that total, but first I'm going to tell you what Lifeline did in fundraisers. Many of you remember Valley to the Mountaintop, and the guys did that to represent. Two of them climbed Mount Whitney in California. They raised $127,000. Our second event was Recovery Blueprint 24, and it was a dream and it was amazing. It was a sold-out crowd at the Hilton Garden Inn, and a crowd came there, and we began to be more introduced to our community. And from that event, we had $137,000 raised for the building. And thank you if you were there. You became a part then. And then last event that we had to raise the funds was, we had a dream of doing a Lifeline-connect coast-to-coast motorcycle ride to raise the final funds. And that happened from Los Angeles, California to Washington, D.C. That was the last about 90,000. So as we look at where we are today with commitments of over $280,000 from our local contractors, and thank you for sharing that, Eric, that told who they are, and a lot of them are here, if not all of them. And we are very thankful for that. The community has stepped up, and we are at just a tiny bit over $630,000. Of course, we need all the commitments to come with it. So to God be the glory. Let's build the dorm.